Welcome back to Peaceful Kitchen. So today we are going to be making a delicious yummy fruit cake. So here I have my butter. This is the ingredients we are going to be using. I have my butter here. This is 500 grams of butter. I have my eggs. Here, 500 grams. I have my sugar, 450 grams of sugar. I have my flour. All my dry ingredients are here. My flour, my baking powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, all of them are here. Of course, I have my black charcoal. I have my brownie. I have my flavor, vanilla flavor, my industrial milk flavor. I have my butterscotch flavor. Of course, I have these are my nuts. These are the nuts I'm going to be using. This is a mixture of coconut flakes, cashew nuts, almond seed. That is what I have here. Of course, my fruits has been soaked already. I have my lemon juice. I have my lemon zest here also. So let's get to work. So I'm going to be creaming this butter for some seconds so that it will not be hard to mix with the sugar. So I'm going to be pouring the sugar here. This is my sugar, 450 grams. So we are going to be creaming this until it is so creamy. My dining stick. I actually broke this when I was using it to break coconuts. So at this point, this is what our butter is looking like. As you can see, it has become so creamy. So now I'm going to keep this aside and go over to my egg. I'm going to be mixing my egg. I'm actually using this here. Sometimes I feel like using this hand whisker is faster than using my hand mixer. So what do you think about it? Is this really faster than the hand mixer? To me, it seems faster, except when I want to do a lazy work. That is when I use my hand mixer. So this is our egg. I'm going to be putting it here bit by bit inside the butter and sugar creamed. by bit. So at this point, I'm going to be transferring this to a bigger bowl. I will transfer it to a bigger bowl. So I'm going in with my lemon zest first because I want to make sure that this thing is properly mixed. So I'm going to be adding it first here. So now I'm going to be adding all my dry ingredients. I'm going to be adding this in 3 batches. At this point, my oven is being heated. This is the second batch. So this is it after adding the third batch. So now I'm going to be adding all the flavors, all the remaining liquid. So first of all, I want to start with, I'm going to be adding the lemon juice. I'm using this because the seed is still inside so that it will filter it. So I'll be going in with my vanilla flavor. This vanilla flavor, because it's industrial vanilla flavor, so I'm going to be using half tablespoon. I'll be using butterscotch, half tablespoon. And this industrial milk flavor, I'm also going to be using half tablespoon. And for this black charcoal, I'm going to be using 1/3 cups. And for this brownie, I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon because I don't want it to be too dark. The essence of adding all these things together is so that I don't over mix. So I don't intend to over mix. So that is why I'm adding all of them together. So let's add our fruits. See, our cake is not too dark, exactly how I want it. So at this point we are done mixing. So we are going to be introducing this into our pan. So I'm going to be using 10 inches pan for this cake. As you can see, I've lined my pan with my parchment paper. You know, fruit cake is one of these cakes that usually get burnt. So, and you don't bake it with high heat, else it will burn before getting done. So let's go. So I'm going to be using my scale to know the exact amount of butter that's going to be entering here. So yeah, I'm going to be adding 1 kg of butter into this pan. 1 kg. So at this point, I've finished adding the butter in the pan. So I'm going to tap this pan. This is to ensure that every air inside bubble disappears. And secondly, when your cake is done, when you cut your cake, it's not going to be like sponge inside. That is why you need to tap this. So I'm also going to be topping this with some fruits. I'm going to be topping it with some fruits. As you know already, it is called fruit cake. Yeah. And our nuts. This is not your regular fruit cake, you know. This is special fruit cake from Peaceful Kitchen. So here we go. So right now it's going to be going into the oven, and I'm going to be baking this for 60 to 90 minutes, depending. So, or until my toothpick comes out clean. See you guys when the cake is done.